On the show, we like to debunk those myths about things that happen in the real world. We're not talking about show business and the gossip world and all that sort of stuff, but really what affects each and every single one of us. Business stories, that really do affect every day-to-day life. Have you noticed about this time of year, there's always a positive business story, a spin basically coming out before the big tax hike in April. And this is really what businesses do. Some businesses, of course, mainly independent ones, do incredibly well. Those that are vast and massive and all that sort of stuff, they basically do cost cutting by one simple effective route: getting rid of people, replacing them with machines, or in fact simply just closing the whole event down. As ever though, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here. Nice to see you, and as ever, nice to have your company. Yes, this particular company, well, it's two in fact that I wanted to share this business acumen with, because then, we're all bright who watch this channel. You'll know exactly what I mean. Over here in the United Kingdom, Alison Rose, that's right, the CEO of the National Westminster Bank, or abbreviated as they like to call it now, NatWest, has been given herself a nice massive 45% pay hike. And that's right, incredible when you think. And people are saying, oh, she's done so much good for the bank. Yes, she shut absolutely hundreds of branches down. That's how they've made a profit. There's no service now. You do everything yourself and you pay for that privilege. If you have a business account with them, then simply they charge you for every single transaction. That transaction, of course, is because you've instigated it. You've done it on your own laptop or iPhone or app or whatever you've done. No service at all from the bank, but they like to put that out as if they're doing incredibly well. On a broader note, this is fascinating in itself, because 2 days ago, the giant retailer over here in the United Kingdom, Marks and Spencer's, announced how they'd come back to be Britain's favourite #1 supermarket. Given the lacklustre choice, one can't ever wonder exactly how difficult that can have been. And in this cost of living crisis, if they really were to look exactly how popular their supermarket is, you would find everybody standing around in a cluster looking at all those lemon stickers at around about 5 p.m. every night, all trying to cut costs and basically feed themselves. But as ever, that's not really a problem for the CEO of Marks and Spencer's. They were crowing about how well they'd done and back to #1, and of course the people's favourite store. Day 2, they've announced that they're going to be cost cutting by closing down at least 7, maybe 14 branches of the once favoured retail. You see how business works now. Feed them a positive story, and the day after then say, yes, but we've managed to save all of this money and put the company back into profit by axing stores, and more importantly, many jobs in local communities that rely on that income to survive. Sometimes in very small communities that don't necessarily have much job opportunity. Strange to think, isn't it? But as ever, you've seen the business pages, they're crowed about as if they're great entrepreneurs. They've truly made a success of the business, turned it around. What the true story is this: you and me could actually go in there and run that business. Trust me, we could, because all you do is think, well, we need to make this much saving. So if we axe these many stores, then suddenly we've made a saving, and suddenly the company's in profit. How much brains does it take to do that? But as ever, the way they like to spin it is simply this. And even the mainstream media lap this up, because, the bottom line is this: the reason why the newspapers dare not write these sort of particular stories, and it's quite simple. Marks and Spencer's, along with the National Westminster Bank, take out huge ads in their newspapers and digital platforms. Advertising pays for the newspaper. They dare not write anything negative for fear that the newspaper won't, in fact, then take the ads. And if they don't get the ads, they can't pay the staff. You see how one and one is all hand in hand. And seemingly, of course, the true story is lost as ever and awash of money-making schemes. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.